Hello everyone. In this particular video, I'm going to be explaining to you the controlling of different LEDs using a single switch, and for this I'm going to be using the LPC2148 microcontroller. So this can be splitted into two phases, in which first we will be looking how to write the program and how to generate the hex file using Keel software, and second we will be implementing this using Proteus tool in the microcontroller. We will be downloading the hex file into the microcontroller and we'll be running a particular program. So first we will be looking into how to write this particular program and how to generate the hex file. So first, as usual, you need to generate the header file over there, followed by your main part of the program. And you may understand this is the particular program in which I am going to have a particular single switch which is connected to 8 different LEDs. So I have a switch which is connected to pin number 14, and the remaining pins from 0 to 7 are considered as my LEDs over here. So that is declared in this line number 15 by the instruction I0 dir 0. IO dir 0. So IO stands for input output, and the direction is specifying whether it is input and output, and this 0 here represents whether it is a port 0 or a port 1. And what is happening over here, when I represent any value with 1 over here, I hope you can understand that it is actually an output pin. So 7 is declared with the value 1, 6 is declared with the value 1 over here, 5 with 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, all these pins up to 0 are declared with the value 1, which means it is declared as output pins. And you can see that pin number 14 over here is declared with the value 0, which means pin number 14 is considered to be as input pin. So this is what is being set in this particular direction flag. So the direction flag, again I specify, is telling that these 8 pins are declared as output pins, and this particular pin number 14, which is nothing but P0.14, is declared as my output pin over here. So input pin over here. Next, what I need to do is I need to set all my particular pins to a known state. So for here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to either I'm going to turn on all the LEDs, or I'm going to turn off all the LEDs over here. So what I'm doing over here is I'm turning on all the particular LEDs. So pin number 0 to pin number 7, I'm going to turn them on using the instruction IO set 0. Set means it is going to set all the values to 1, which means it is equivalent to turning on all these output pins, or turning all these particular LEDs available over here. So as you can see, again I'm using port 0. So port 0, pin number 0, pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, all these pins are turned on over here. So these two lines form the initialization, which means it will be running once only. Next, when you come down, you will have the while loop over here, and whatever is provided in this while loop will be executed again and again depending on the conditions that take place. So what I'm going to be doing over here, I'm having an if condition, and if this if condition is true, or if it is satisfied, or if it is 1, I will be going into this particular statement. If this particular statement is false or having a value 0, I will be coming to this particular secondary part of my statement over here, that is the else part. So what am I going to do? I'm having this if condition over here. You have an AND operator over here. You know that in an AND operation, when both the values are 1, it will be the output is 1. So when you have two values as 1 over here, then only you will be having an output 1, which means it will be executing this particular line. If any value is equal to 0, you know that in an AND gate the output is going to be 0, and that is when it will come to the else part over here. So I hope you can understand what we are going to be doing now. One part of the AND gate is dedicated with the value 1, and that is assigned to pin number 14, and I'm going to check that particular value which is available in my IO0 pin register. In my IO0 pin register, when my particular switch is turned on, it is equivalent to 1. When my switch is turned off, it is equivalent to 0. So this is a particular switch over here. This is turned on, which is having a particular supply flowing into my particular microcontroller, which is equivalent to logic 1, and this is equivalent to logic 0. So what is happening over here, if this particular input pin is getting a particular value of 1 in the pin number 14, and you can see that all pins will be getting some data, and you know that all pins are not connected over here. I am just connecting an input pin which is connected to pin number 14, so that pin number 14 alone will be logically high, and again I have assigned that pin number 14 is equal to 1 over here. So when this is equal to 1 and this is equal to 1, 1 and 1 output is 1, which means the true statement. True statement means what is going to happen over here. I am going to clear all the LEDs, which is turn off the LEDs. IO clear 0, which means port 0, whichever pins I declare over here are going to be cleared. So that is IO clear over here. Similarly, if this particular pin is having a particular 0, which means this particular switch is off over here. If this particular switch is off over here, you can see that in the IO pin, the pin number 14, that particular value will be equal to 0. Now, that particular 0 ANDed with 1 over here, you know that pin number 14 is declared 1. So 0 ANDed with 1, my output is 0. So at that particular case, which part of my if is going to be executed? The else part alone is going to be executed. And that is where I'm setting all my particular LEDs back to 1 over here. So IO set 0. It is the same statement that was provided over here. That statement is provided over here. So I hope you can understand the program flow, what is happening. Initially, I am specifying the directions of my input and output by specifying which pins are input and which pins are output. Initially, I am turning on all the LEDs. Depending on my true condition, I am turning it off. And if it is a false condition, I am turning it on back again. So if my switch is closed over here, all my LEDs will be off. If my switch is on over here, all my LEDs will be on over here. So that is what we are going to be looking into. While you are executing a particular program, you need to make sure that one of these things are taking place. Well, first you need to go to target options. When you go to target options, you will be having this particular window that is generated. And when you see that, you need to make sure that your LPC 2148 is working in 12 megahertz. So you need to make sure it is in 12 over here. Next, you need to go to output, and in this output, please remember we need to generate a hex file. So that hex file is generated in this particular part over here. So if normally it will be disabled, you need to enable this particular part over here. And next thing, you need to give the particular name of the particular hex file that you're going to generate, that is taken care by this part. And you need to select the particular folder where this particular hex file is going to be saved. So that is also being taken care by this part over here. So these three you need to take care of this one. And the next one, you need to go to linker, and normally this would be disabled over here. You need to just enable this particular use memory layout from target dialog. So you need to make sure that is enabled over there. And when you give OK, next your only step remaining in Keil Microvision is to build this particular function. So when you're building this program, you will get zero errors, and you can see that you will be able to create a particular hex file over here. So this hex file has been created in the location that you have specified. And this hex file is the one that you will be using in this particular Proteus software over here. You will be downloading that into this particular microcontroller, and that is where you will be running it. So this particular part of running that in Proteus, I will be explaining it into the next video, that is in part 2. Thank you so much.